Okay. So, do you remember
We
when...
all huddle up in the bathroom
Yeah.
of the room we've
So,
rented.
I'm gonna very obviously kind of step back so that I'm very clearly not touching anyone.
Mhm.
Right.
So, do you remember when we were exploring floor 4
Yeah.
and we found that guy who jumped into the infected river? And I
Yeah.
tried to grab him and disappeared.
Right.
Oh no.
Right. Well, I mentioned what I told everybody when I got back from that was true, but I did miss out a bit of information.
This is the point in the zombie movie where somebody reveals that they have a bite.
So, I'm going to, at this point, pull out this binder that I have. I picked up this while I was there. And if I remember rightly, this has a picture of that weird white figure in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
Several
gonna...
of them.
Wait, what weird?
Yep, I'm going to show that to people. But the important information I wanted to point out was this, and I flick over to the point where it shows Jakey Boy and Sharon.
Yep, there's pictures of them too.
Apparently with a line connecting them.
Yep.
I don't know
Okay.
what this means, but I think it's important to know that there is some sort of connection involved between Sharon and Jakey Boy involving this infecting of the
Do
floors.
you know where this binder came from? Who this is from?
I have absolutely no idea. But I think this particular bit of information is important, and I didn't feel I could share it with anyone else in the group.
So what we're learning is that somebody who made this binder sees Jakey Boy and Sharon as connected.
Yeah, I think it's important to know that somebody thinks they are connected in some way.
Is the line like drawn in, or is it like a thing
it's
that's
drawn
part of
in.
the picture? Okay.
And what's this thing about a white figure?
Yep. You see, I think I gave you a picture of it earlier.
Yeah, hang on, it's like way back in the scroll back.
I can find it though again.
There's a weird like Silent Hilly kind of
One
white
second.
figure.
And so this was just a binder you found lying around on floor
It was in a not locked but closed up cupboard thing. I was exploring the area. I didn't have anything else to do. I didn't know what was going on, so I started looking around.
So yeah, the source of this information is...
It is dubious.
Important.
Yeah, it is dubious, I know that. But I think it's potentially important to know that somebody who appears to be involved with this situation believes Sharon and Jakey Boy to be connected. And since I heard something about Sharon wanting to meet Jakey Boy,
yeah,
that's why I figured this would be useful information. Oh, I found the picture, by the way. I'm going to send it in DM.
I don't quite understand why you think this needs to be secret, but
because I don't want Jakey Boy to know about.
Promise.
I don't want Jakey Boy to know that I know about any potential connection they have.
Okay. See, like I think that this is likely something that Jakey Boy doesn't know about either, and this is just this is like the same thing that Sharon keeps talking to Jakey Boy, like, oh man, we're gonna meet, and it's some big secret thing that
It's possible.
Like this is more of a prophecy sort of thing than it is a...
It's possible, certainly,
conspiracy.
but I don't want to take that risk. And frankly, I don't trust Van, and I don't know Hannah well enough.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you were able to trust me enough. And yeah, I won't pass this on.
But like it's just like this just fits in with the information I just got in my head recently.
Yeah, this is why I chose this time to share it. I've been holding on this, waiting for a moment where it seems like it might actually be something that's we may need to know.
What I'm gonna say to the others is that I don't agree that this should be secret, but I'm going to keep it secret.
Thank you. That is appreciated.
I'm going to tell them that I don't think that this is worth keeping secret.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will help them avoid thinking the worst. Like, if I'd known it was this sort of thing that you were keeping secret, I wouldn't be quite as paranoid. So I'll pass that.
But you can see why I didn't want to explain it in front of the entire group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't trust Van at all.
Okay. I trust Jakey Boy more than I trust...
I trust Jakey Boy to the extent, but since this is information about Jakey Boy,
Yeah, no, I agree there.
Like, if it's
Okay.
potentially
But
something
I
that he's
feel
already aware of,
Jakey-
I would rather
I
he
feel
not
Jakey-
know that I know.
I think he should know.
Well, is the if
But
it's
I'm not the one that's going to tell him.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
he should know.
I'm going to say
I want to
you should tell him, but
I want to be sure.
I'm not going to force it.
I want to be sure before telling Jakey Boy about this that he isn't already aware of some connection, because if he has some connection with Sharon and is aware of it and then finds out that we know about that connection, that's potentially incredibly dangerous.
That seems really far-fetched to me. I think
don't want to take
the way
that
Sharon
risk.
operates. Okay.
Yeah, both the way how she operates and, we know Jakey Boy very well.
I'd rather
it's
be
just-
absolutely sure, and this is the reason I'm telling you now, is so that somebody knows and that can take appropriate action if necessary.
Okay. I think we've been here long enough. I'm going to head back to the rest of the group.
I think
Alright.
I agree.
Okay.
Hey,
Too
Hey,
tired
Van.
to object.
yeah. Would it be okay if I read one of those books while they're...
Oh yeah,
I was-
sure. Take your pick.
I wanted to start with energies, but maybe I shouldn't start on that level. I'll probably just try out Mass Panic.
Yeah, sure. No, go
Yeah.
nuts.
We can all read a separate book.
Yeah.
We can.
We can start a reading group.
Everyone reads a different book.
And there's 6, so we can cover half of them. It's great. It's perfect.
Yeah.
One to a person.
Which one are you going to read, Hannah?
The Life of the Beetle.
I'll go straight to the heavy stuff. Energies of the group.
Men of taste, of culture.
I mean, if
The only reason I didn't pick that is because I probably won't know anything if it's like stone mine stuff.
the only person without patterns.
yeah, I mean, if it is talk about stone mines like Caesar Fault, I was with stone mines for a small amount of time, so
I was with Rezcow.
that's nice.
I miss Rezcow's fire form. Man.
Yeah, I mean he's still strong.
Yeah, but it's just a chaos element that we don't have anymore, and I miss it.
Oh, now all we have is religion.
You could be the science guy. Yeah.
I'm already the craft person. What else do I need to do?
Everything.
And computers.
You're the other miscellaneous guy.
The miscellaneous. I mean, honestly, that's true.
Maybe eventually you could put your craft and hacking together and make robots.
It's not a bad idea. Flying robot to get us to the tower. Top of the tower.
Or you could make Mecha Coopers
I could.
and just have your own little attack.
Wonder if
force.
they're hiring. That would be beautiful. I kill Bowser, absorb his powers, and I'm the Mecha Koopa master.
Oh no, Hannah was the real final boss.
I think out of all of us, the person the most likely to become the final boss is not me.
But that's why.
But you're so unsuspicious and innocent.
I mean, I know. I have nothing. I just have my P-balloon market.
Yeah, but you're like the quiet, shy character who in the last 2 episodes becomes an evil, crazy person.
For no reason.
Just out of nowhere.
Yeah. So, how are we 3 collectively going to get Caesar to tell us what happened?
I can't, because I like to please everybody, so yeah.
But what happens if you're in a situation where, say, you want to please Hannah and me, and it's only against Caesar?
Well, I mean, it's up to Rezcow and
what if they're out of the room?
Well, whatever it is, it harms one of us.
At the same time,
so-
I've been with Caesar longer than with you guys.
Damn, yes, that's right.
And yeah. So Barnaboos info either harms any of the three of us. I bet it's me because it's the one you least expect to be harmed by secret info.
It's just the material is just so awful that if you hear it, your ears will just bleed.
I mean, it is possible that whatever he's talking about could be harmful to a non-religious person, so it could be Hannah.
Yeah. The day of reckoning.
I'm thinking it has to do with me.
Probably, yeah.
But I guess, yeah, because of the portal thing.
That's possible. I mean, Sharon's quite interested in you at the moment.
Yeah. I don't think it's Van. At least I'm pretty sure it's not Van.
It's about the one coin. That's the thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I disagree that this needs to be a big secret, but I'll honor his wishes. But yeah, this is honestly kind of a silly thing to be a big secret.
Is it a coin related?
I'm hungry.
Yes, it's coin.
It's actually Van owes me 2 coins.
Never.
I am gonna start reading Mass Panic.
All right.
I'm
begin reading
the
Mass
Life
Panic.
of the Beetle.
You begin reading The Life of the
books.
Beetle?
Yes.
I want to
I was
read why our buggy
I'm
friends.
gonna read Energies of the
Buggy
Group.
allies.
I was reading Energies of the Group.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm gonna read it over your
I wanted
shoulder
to read
then.
Energies of the Group.
I'm gonna read it over
We
your
can
shoulder.
all read Energies of the Group.
Here, we'll have like a
No,
story
each
time.
one of you gets to pick one book.
Hannah, can you read Energies of the Group out loud to the rest of us?
Well, I feel like someone who is actually has some information on medicine should read the dermatological and complex anesthetics ones. Because I feel
That
like
makes sense.
someone who doesn't know about
Fair enough.
medicine.
I was
don't
thinking
understand
we could
those.
just read, like, each read one book and then each have a book report at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Should we be sitting around and reading books, or should we be trying to find a way to get something done?
Well, we can go to floor 6, but on the way there we can read.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
oh yeah,
for
well we're
stuff-
standing in line.
Yeah. It's gonna look like a big bunch of nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I will read Dermatological Problems and Solutions whenever I'm standing in line.
Well, if that's the case, I'll read Mass Panic then.
Oh, I chose Mass Panic.
Oh, you chose Mass Panic.
Yeah.
So everybody list what books they're reading in the chat. Just so I have a record of it.
Guess I'm reading the life. Oh wait, hang on. I guess I'm reading Complex Anesthetics then. Having no idea about any medicine.
This looks
whatsoever.
really weird out of context. Sturg just sending a title.
I do feel like
Mass Panic.
I do feel like Hannah and Rezcow's books are ideal.
If I finish the book, can I add a point of specialty in dermatology?
If I finish this and actually understand it, can I get like like an ability to roll a 0 on medical rolls? Like complex anesthetics. The entire book is just add booze.
Look,
Man, you're reading complex anesthetics? That is a very difficult book for you.
I think it's because the only one left.
Yeah, it was the only one
Yeah,
left, and
right.
like I have no medicine skill whatsoever.
Man, I can't wait for Caesar to be able to identify bad acne. You know?
Yeah.
Look, if I make it through the Buggy Friend book, I should get the point of specialization animal for bugs.
Me too.
You get a
Do you guys both
D1.
have-
No.
I have 6 animals. My next step is specializations.
I will allow you to specialize. Once you finish these books, I'll allow you to buy specializations at half cost in these relevant
Oh,
things.
nice.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
So I would be able to buy dermatology at half cost
Yep.
if I finish this book.
Yep.
Cool.
Hang on, how would anesthetics work considering I have no medicine things at all?
You
I
just
would
can't
allow
understand the
you
book.
to buy one level of medicine
Cool.
at half cost, but all other levels will be full cost.
That seems fair to me.
What would energies of the group
So-
get me?
You realize that means you're
energies of the
D2
group.
and
I will allow you to buy a specialization in
Literally being a
And-
god.
no, in extraplanar whatever under knowledge religion.
Ooh,
Oh,
that might be
wow.
quite useful actually.
That is pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I can't
But
wait to have it.
It's not at half price, it's at full price.
Alright.
This allows you
One
to
of those
buy
things-
it at all.
Okay.
It's forbidden knowledge.
I forget how much does one of those cost?
You pay full for every step.
So hang on. So buying a specialization in what does medicine fit under? Is that or is that its own
It's
thing?
its own skill.
Oh, okay. So that's a separate skill, right? Cool. So I just buy like
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so-
I forget.
it would cost
You
you
would buy
1
your
point to
D2.
buy a D2.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, which means you just have an odd point left over that wouldn't be very useful.
Well, I'd do it anyway because you never know when another half-cost thing will pop up.
Well, not yet. You can't buy
No,
things
not
yet.
yet.
Once
I don't
you've
have
done
any-
the book.
Yeah, I don't have any points anyway. I spent them all.
Man, though, having bugs costing me 4 instead of 8, like, that's super cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna spend some time reading the book on the way.
Yeah. But where are we going that we're gonna stand in line for? Like,
Up.
We said floor 6.
we're just heading up from. We're on floor 8 right now.
Yeah. Are we going down to floor 6 to warn people?
Ideally, we could stop this before it even has time to start.
Well, that's kind of why we're reading the books to kind of understand what the heck is going on.
You want to check the water filters on floor 6, like we did?
That's a good
I mean-
idea.
So, like, the quarantine on 5 just started. There was a bit of a delay before the process started on 5 after 4 was started.
Yeah, because 4, by the time we got there, 4 was already contaminated. Like, presumably everything had started on 5 at that point already. Or at least things have been set in motion. If we get to floor 6 now...
But we saw the person that we won't name coming out of the water filters
Yeah.
on floor 5.
Yeah, we did.
So should we just look around on floor 6 for people selling bottled water and?
I mean, that's what happened last time.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't think warning the their mayor and their water filters, is it worth it to warn them?
I mean, at this point, if they can't notice the pattern, then it's kind of on them. I don't think they're gonna listen. They're not gonna listen to us if they aren't already the sort to see floor 4.
That is a
floor
point,
5.
and going down to floor 6 is a big journey that would cost us time.
I mean, but do we really have any plans on floor 10?
Coriander.
No, we're not.
Coriander.
We're not going to just
I'd
go-
say let's wait on coriander. So
This is not the time for just random revenge.
It's not random revenge.
You're-
She has information we need.
You presume we're gonna be able to just find her?
Can we find out some much more logical way where Wendy is stationed?
Yeah, let's just go all the way up to floor 50 and ask for Wendy.
Wait, isn't she on floor 10?
I doubt it.
I thought she was
Floor
on floor
10
10 because
Floor
that's where...
10 was going to be our in to knowledge of where
Yeah.
to get. Wendy.
Coriander
Oh, I
Coriander
see.
the drug dealer's on floor 10.
But I thought that those angels were like directly working under Wendy.
I mean, that
Koopa.
doesn't mean she's on the same floor as them.
Fair enough.
Also, I'm gonna want you to tell me whenever you're gonna take time out of your sleep schedule or whatever to read the book that you've chosen.
Well, I was going to read
Oh,
it.
that's
I was
fair.
going to read it while we're traveling.
Yeah, whenever we're standing in lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So go ahead and everybody, just because you're doing this, you're gonna be going somewhere, I assume.
Yeah.
Or even just
That's
staying
what
in your
we're-
hotel room and reading your books there, or whatever you end up doing. Everybody roll me an intelligence knowledge check if you have a relevant specialization in any of these fields, religion for collective consciousness.
I only have
You can
law
roll
and
an
culture.
intelligence animals as well, if you want, for the bug books. Or an intelligence medicine for the medicine books.
I mean, my knowledge and medicine are both 6, so...
Yeah, for me it's the same, but hey, I
Uh,
appreciate.
Can I roll
the
surgery for the dermatology?
Oh,
Not for dermatology.
I rolled
For
a-
anesthetics, you could.
I got a
You
3.
can go ahead and use my.
I got a 12.
Alright, Everyone, please
Wait.
post it in chat because I'm going to be using it.
Hello, wait. Can we switch books actually? Because I actually could use the anesthetics as a surgeon.
Like, okay, fine. Like, I don't mind.
Dermatology
Okay.
is an easier book to read, so I will allow you to buy 2 levels of medicine at half price.
Oh, nice. Well, I rolled a 12
Okay.
anyway.
Okay. Yeah. And so yeah, you're reading. We're switching that.
Yeah, okay, so I'm reading
I can-
Dermatological Problems and Solutions.
Edit your posts, please, because I'm going to be referring
Yeah,
to
I
these.
will.
Cool.
And when you edit your posts, edit in the role you have as well.
Oh, okay, that works.
That way I can always just refer.
Pyro, just Hannah
Yeah.
with the reading skills.
I just love the idea that they got The Life of a Beetle. It sounds like it should be a children's book. I just love the idea of picturing Hannah just struggling to read it.
Aw.
It's an adorable image for some reason.
Fan art?
I'm honestly picturing the life of a beetle of being very much like the hungry caterpillar.
The very plaguey beetle.
I like that all of a sudden now we're all avid readers. We found a collection of 6 books, and we all chose one, and it's kind of cute. So are we heading up to floor 10 to try
I
and...
mean, we still haven't agreed on
Yeah.
what we're doing.
I mean, we've basically got 2 things right now. Our campaign against the Bean Guy, and our quest to reach higher floors. And our quest to reach higher floors is, we need to find Wendy. Our campaign against the Bean Guy, I guess we would just be playing, defense on floor 6.
Unless you want to meet him.
We would,
And-
I know we want to meet him, but all of our leads towards meeting him keep drying up.
Well, he
I
literally
think that
made an offer.
I think that playing defense is a
Yeah.
losing move.
Wait, we got
We got made an
offer?
offer for I think it was me
Oh.
or Van to turn up alone,
Yeah.
and that's
Oh,
not
but
happening.
only alone.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
Like, in theory, I could potentially try and, like, alter his memories, but no.
Do you guys think that you could meet him quote unquote alone and I could be there in a
No.
invisibility cloak?
Honestly, from what we've seen so
Nope.
far, well, especially since we've now seen that at least Victor can see through the invisibility cloak, it wouldn't surprise
But not everyone has
It
that
wouldn't
power.
surprise
We
me
can't
if
just
Mr.
treat-
Bean can as well.
Mr.
We can't
Bean
treat
is
him like
Mr.
he's omnipotent.
Bean. I mean, he is.
Yeah, but
He's
at
not.
the same time,
He's
Mr.
not, but at
Bean-
the same time, we have to be cautious.
Yeah, like both Mr. Bean and Victor can just straight up murder all of us, kind of easily.
And anyone dies if they get a knife in the right place in their body. We can.
That's what you think. That's an assumption right there.
It's an assumption I'm going to continue believing for
Look,
now.
We can defeat Mr. Bean, we can, but we cannot do so on his terms.
Mm.
Yeah. And so yeah, Sharon and McFlibbity aren't going to help.
What a surprise.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we can either play defense on floor 6 or seek further
honestly-
paths up on floor 10.
Honestly, I think floor 10 is the better option, because we did the whole working on the defensive on floor 5, and while we got most of the people out, we've made basically no progress on stopping it, and have been... Yeah.
I got a plan for getting key cards to go further up, or passports to go further
That's
up.
good.
Let me get captured in a van costume.
Oh my God.
And then ransom me out for... No.
John, your Satanist stuff. Can you put memories in?
Yes.
Ooh. So,
We're not using his powers.
I
Yeah.
can, it's very limited, but I can, to some extent, read and manipulate memories.
So, perhaps you could make someone friendly towards us.
Yes, probably.
Because, I mean, Coriander.
I can make
You
minor.
still have to locate her.
She's going to be
She
difficult. All I
ignores.
can do is make sort of minor adjustments. I can't change anything major. So if somebody already knows they don't like us, it's going to be difficult to convince them otherwise. But if they've never met us before, I can convince them we're already friends, probably.
If we're resorting to using those profoundly evil and terrifying powers already, then I'm just
Yeah,
out.
I'm-
like that. That is not okay.
Yeah, I'm not keen on using them. I think we shouldn't.
But
My
what if it's
reasoning
the
for
greater
why
good?
we Well, my reasoning for why we shouldn't is that they don't feel like they're mine.
Yeah, you did say that, didn't you?
Yeah. Like, I have no qualms morally about using them. My issue solely stems with where they came from and why they're there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we've got plenty of options other than that. If we can grab Coriander, if we can find out where she is.
Oh yeah, this won't be useful for Coriander, very unlikely. I can...
That's a big if, though. Is the
I
thing.
do have the ability to... I can sort of delete memories. So, in theory, if we did come up with Coriander, I could sort of remove the meeting from her memory and then replace it with something else using two of my abilities, but the erasing's a very, very risky one for me.
I would like to think my qualms are moral, but it's more just like deep-seated fear.
I mean, that's fair.
That's fair.
Although it seems a little weird coming from someone infested with the stone mind.
Stone Mind doesn't alter what I know of reality.
Which is ironic because a lot of their powers alter reality.
Yeah.
You need to level up your stone mind.
By that specialization stone mind.
Yeah, just level up Stone Mind and then you can make little wormholes and we'll go to the top of the tower.
Yeah, that seems like a good opportunity. Let's do that.
Just gonna go to the Stone Mine gym and practice for a few.
Gotta
Getting
defeat the gym leader, though.
I mean, Pokemon is canon because of Smash.
That is true. Oh, I really hope that in
Right
this
now,
universe...
I plan.
I really hope in this universe that all gyms are just like Pokemon gyms. where a gym trainer does not mean the same thing as it would in real life.
My
All
plan
I'm
to level up
saying
my
is-
Stone Mine powers is just buy a camera.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, if we have access to Dreamland, we just gotta book it.
Dreamland
Having
does
the
exist,
violent
but it's in
politics.
another universe.
We need to find a way to travel the universe.
It's alright, Final Fantasy's canon because of Smash, and that has ways of traveling between universes in their canon.
Yeah, but that's in a different universe. So first you gotta get there.
Yeah, but there's there's a load of between universe stuff. That's kind of the point. It's all canon.
Well, all we gotta do is call up Cloud Strife and be like, "Hey, buddy, got any portals?"
Can we hitchhike to another universe while you're passing through?
When is
Please
Cortex
help us.
gonna be in the next Dissidia?
I honestly would love to see someone mod in rezcow into Dissidia.
Oh, God.
Can't we get to Dreamland just by falling asleep?
Alright, sorry. I'm back.
Wow, you were gone for a while.
You gotta roll for reading your book.
What is it?
Intelligence knowledge, unless you have something related to your book.
Yes, the
Intelligence
specialization in
knowledge.
panic.
Or mass.
That's what
I mean, it'd be more like sociology. Do you have sociology?
Annoyingly, I have a specification in culture, which might be sort of vaguely relevant.
I do as
but,
well.
like,
Alright, okay. So
Yeah,
intelligence
culture
knowledge,
would
that's not
actually apply to
terrible.
this, yeah.
Yeah, shame.
Oh wow.
11.
Alright,
Hey.
edit it in your post.
Okay.
So while you've been gone, we've been trying to decide whether we're going up to floor 10 to look for a way further up, or go down to floor 6 to try and defend the locals against.
Yeah.
We ruled out taking up what's his name on the offer to send Van or Barnaboo alone.
And it has been argued that trying to defend floor 6 is just going to keep slowing us down. Like, we just... Basically, being on a defensive won't make us win
Here's an
anything.
idea. What if we go up to floor 10? Rezcow, your mind talking ability, that can just go to anyone you've met, right?
Yeah? Or someone else met, if they can send a message through me.
Right. Because what we could do is we could go up to floor 10, and then you can actually send a message to the police guy we spoke to when we tried to go back down to floor 5,
And do
and
what?
tell him to evacuate floor 6.
Or
Like, what else are we going to do?
Wait.
If we go down to floor 6, what are we
What is
actually
he
going to do?
think? Just a voice
I mean-
in his head telling him to evacuate floor 6.
Yeah, and given that floors 4 and 5 have simply been...
I mean, we could just
See-
go tell them directly if that's what
we
you
could
wanna
do, but it would take time.
I'm just of the opinion that unless the leaders of floor 6 are complete idiots, they're going to know something is likely to happen. And, like, floor 5 was told that it has to do with the water, and then... So, like, they have the information.
yeah,
Us warning
That's
them
true,
isn't going
that's
to do
true.
anything.
what we
Like,
It's-
could do with Rezcow's mind power, he's technically met Coriander because he barged in on our meeting. So
That's true.
he could use that to set up another meet with her without me killing him.
We don't need to meet Coriander.
Yes, we do.
I don't want you trying to get revenge on...
It's not just
I actually
for
think... No,
revenge.
I actually do think that if we can capture Coriander, we could learn a lot from why they did what they did.
Yeah, and also she has knowledge that we wanted in the first place.
I mean, let's say I contact her. Like, what do you think her response is gonna be? What if it just makes her go into
Just to
super
easily
hiding?
ignore it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
That
the
too.
thing is, she did kind of try and kill us.
Mm.
And finding out that we're not dead, I think the chances of her agreeing to another meeting are fairly slim.
Yeah, like, at worst case, she's gonna go into hiding. Because she knows that you got a beef with her at this point.
Oh no, worst case.
Victor basically
Worst
probably paid
case.
her off to... Like, Victor bought the information of where we are from her.
At worst case,
Or-
she's a thrall
Yep.
of Mr. Bean, and that by contacting her, we alert that person to our location and a bunch of other things.
Mm.
That's the worst
Mr.
case.
Bean
case.
already knew we were on 410, so we slipped up with the name.
We
Yeah.
we need to fight Mr. Bean again, and this time not create a portal he can escape through.
Better yet, probably just not bring Jakey Boy at all because there's clearly something spooky going on.
I am a ghost.
Yeah.
Rezcow, can you just send a message to Mr. Bean saying, "Hey, fight us, bro.
Fight us, you
Come
bitch.
at
Come at me, Scrub Lord.
Come at me. Stop hiding. No camping."
Honestly, if Rezcow just sends him a message saying, "Come at me, Scrub Lord, I'm ripped,"
You just set him on fire from a distance or something.
Yeah.
He's clearly not interested in direct confrontation.
Which makes me more confident that we could win in a direct confrontation. The
yeah,
fact that he...
he actively avoids them. I think we could win. I think we probably would win.
Like, most of his power comes from the fact that he can do stuff at a distance. So if we can just track him... Oh, man. You guys were encountering him face to face so often before we realized how important it was that we needed to take him down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as soon as we figured out that he was the guy behind it all, he has been...
I mean,
elusive.
reminder, we can meet him at any time, technically
One-on-one.
speaking. But I mean, it's one-on-one, you know?
But he's definitely more powerful than any one of us. I think all of us
But,
together
like,
can take...
my one of them was in italic. I just can't
Oh.
pronounce it.
Oh, like in quotes?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally advocate for taking him up on the offer and then having...
Actually, I think you'll find there's actually a slight snag in that you're not being counted for, because I don't believe it would be 1-on-1. It would be 1-on-2 at the very least.
You think he would bring
Of
Victor?
I
course.
think he would bring Sharon.
Question.
So a minimum of
Was
3 on.
is it confirmed
You
that
could
Victor
probably
was
take
under
Sharon. Who
mind
knows?
control?
What was that?
Was it confirmed that Victor was under mind control, or was that just
Pretty much.
It's strictly speaking, it's not mind control. It's that like he signed a contract of service.
Yeah, he has like a magical contract deal thing going on. And apparently they're holding his family hostage. Yeah.
Shocker.
that'd be good to know.
We need to go rescue his family.
Well, no idea.
But
where
he still
it
has
is.
the magical contract. Like the thing is, he has like 2 layers of
Yeah.
obligations.
I don't think Sharon would work against us in the open, like, obviously like that. She clearly has plans for us. So if we're there, like,
She
trying to
does,
fight him,
however.
she's not going to help him fight us or help us
Uh,
fight him. She's probably just going to try and stop us from fighting.
I disagree.
wants us to do stuff.
I don't believe my experience of Sharon is the same as that. I think you're right that Sharon wouldn't get into direct conflict, but I think she would help us to lose.
No, I don't
Not
think she
to-
wants us
Oh
to
no,
die.
no, no.
I
She
think
doesn't
she
want
wants
us to die. She wants us to lose.
She wants us to fulfill some grand plan that she has for us.
Yeah.
And so she would, if she would try and prevent us from fighting Mr. Bean, she would
Well,
just like
Put it this way: she's
separate us.
aiding Mr. Bean at the moment. It is in her interest that we, who are trying to stop Mr. Bean, are incapacitated while Mr. Bean does whatever he does.
Right.
Not
But I
dead,
think she would just separate us,
incapacitated. Perhaps,
or just separate it from him.
perhaps, but either way, that's not the point is that's not a situation we want to be in, and she's going to try and achieve that. She may not be working with Mr. Bean, but she'll be working against us.
Like, I think that she's still going to be quote unquote on our side when we're in her presence, and so I'm really curious to see how she would behave if she was in the presence of both us and Mr. Bean, who are
I'm fairly curious. You know what?
unambiguously
I'm fairly
enemies.
curious as well, but
Because she's been like one of our strongest allies,
Air quotes.
despite us not. But no, no. Us not trusting her, and like we knew that it was. We were pretty suspicious the entire time that it was not a real thing. But she's been like a companion with us this entire time, and like theoretically on our side, despite never actually helping, and us never like really trusting her.
and
So, but like
openly sided with Mr. Bean while that deal was made.
I'm saying that is the point where that's changed. And I'm saying up until that point, she was nominally our ally, and now that is. I'm really curious to see what would happen.
I'm curious as well. I'm curious, but I'm not curious enough to stake my life on it.
All right.
Yeah, I only have 6 levels of insatiable curiosity.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, but it's not
Yeah.
8 levels.
6 is a smaller number than 8.
It's pretty high levels of curiosity.
Got us
And I
there.
am curious to find that out, but I am pretty aware that I personally could not take Sharon and Mr. Bean if it went that way.
So we only suspect that Sharon's super powerful. We don't have any actual proof.
That's
I mean,
true.
she makes a mean
That's
linguine,
true.
apparently.
She rolls a d12 in making a mean linguine.
Oh no, that's her special ability. She worships the cooking god, so she gets a natural
Oh.
D12 in all cooking checks.
That's god number 3 on
There are-
Yoshi's Island.
There are 16 gods. It's confirmed now.
They're gonna run out by the time we get to like 8, and there's gonna start being things like the God of Spoons.
There'll be the god of cooking, and then the god of cooking, specifically linguine, and then
Oh man, we're getting into sub-gods.
The God of Pudding.
Look, if you can cook linguine, you can cook anything. It starts and ends with linguine.
Are these like...
there'll be 2 gods that are identical except for one's
Is that like
red and one's
religious
blue.
mantra? It starts and ends with linguine.
See, now Horikawa is going to make this a real god just so that can all be relevant.
The whole and the absolute, the linguine.
So we still have not decided.
No, I actually vote we
No.
go up to floor 10. Because I think they're right that there's not a lot we can do on floor 6, and I kind of fancy actually trying to go on the offensive this time. Trying to beat Mr. Bean to his own game. Rather than
So
following
let's head
him.
up to floor 10 and decide what we're going to do on the way
Sure.
while we read. Or we can decide what we're going to do when we get there.
Either way.
Alright, so you're headed up to floor 10?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, and where are you headed on floor 10?
We don't know yet.
Well, it takes you about an hour and a half to get there, but you do. You're on floor 10. Congratulations.
Didn't someone say they had a plan to get us higher floors?
Oh no, that was me joking about doing the same thing we did on floor 10, just with the cops on floor 15.
Oh, right.
Ransom you to, but then have me get captured instead, and then have me break
Oh,
out.
let's not do that again. That wasted a lot of time. And... yeah.
And then when we do that, we discover yet another plot to kill people massively.
Ooh.
And so now we're finding 2 people who are mass killing people on the tower. But we have a ticket to floor 15. And it just kind of stacks like that, indefinitely.
Let's
Oh,
not
damn.
do that.
Damn it, I just had a good idea, but it wouldn't work because Rezcow can't lie.
Well, then we just need somebody to disguise themselves as rezcow and then do the lie.
What was your idea? Like, maybe we can workshop
I was
it.
thinking drive Coriander insane by making her think that her conscience is talking to her.
I mean, remember, I can be used as a receptacle through someone else. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
it can be you because you're gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I thought the way your power worked was people knew the message was coming from you. Especially since it's specifically people you've met before.
I think.
I don't think so.
But I think that means you couldn't send a message to her.
Yeah.
John was there, wasn't he? He
I
helped
was.
chase...
Yeah, he
But I-
was there
and-
when you were arguing
Yes, I
in
have
front
met
of her.
whoever, whatever her name is, and I don't believe she heard me speak.
Like, I thought the way it worked was just like when you get a message from McFlibbity, you know it's from McFlibbity.
I mean, I don't have any,
Do
like,
we-
technically speaking, there's no
Do we know...
indication.
Yeah.
It's context.
Horikawa, would this be something he knew? Whether people just know magically that it's from who it's from when one of these...
You hear
messages
the
get sent.
voice.
Okay.
Okay,
It's not like
so
signed
it's-
or anything.
Okay,
As long
so
as they can recognize your voice.
I don't believe that she would recognize my voice.
No.
Do you think she could be convinced that her conscience sounds
Is
like
it
you?
British? Boo.
Not in one message. Like, how do you think they'll do in one message?
I mean, it's like 50 words, and suddenly hearing a voice in your head, that's quite worrying.
Driving someone
but, like,
insane.
If it's a one-off thing, it's really easy to ignore.
Well, it wouldn't be a one-off thing, it would be repeatedly.
Yeah, it'd be daily until
Over
she
like
comes.
20.
Well, like,
But that
do
would
we
take
really want to
forever.
use my
So, yeah.
very powerful ability like that daily?
And yeah, over the course of a week, we gradually drive her insane, and then what?
And then floor 6...
Now she's
and-
insane.
And then watch the next few floors get poisoned.
Yeah, I think
No.
that's not a great idea.
And
However,
every day we have to fear getting murdered by Victor.
however fun it would be, I don't believe that's a good idea.
No, not like not drive her insane, just guilt trip her into making her doubt that selling me out was a good thing.
Oh, that's reasonably easy to do, but again, I don't believe worth it.
Even if it gets another chance at all the information she's holding?
Well, we don't actually know she has any information,
Yes, we do.
do we?
Yes.
What information do you know she has?
She's a known associate of the League head person, who is a known associate of Wendy.
Wait a minute. Like, she probably cares about the tower, right? Like, that's where she does her business, that's where she lives?
Presumably.
What if we told her about the whole poisoning thing, and that we're trying to stop it, and she has stuff? Like, in other words, like, what if we approach her in a completely honest way and just explain to her the situation clearly?
I mean, if she's in contact with Victor, then she might already be on that side of it.
Or
Like, I just don't think she benefits from losing the tower.
It's very possible that you say she has a bunch of information relating to the League.
yeah.
But it's very possible that actually the only correlation she has with Victor is because I believe the official story is that you were the one who caused the thing on floor 4.
Mm-hmm.
So if she believes the official story and was told she can get a chance at Van, then what Rezcow's saying actually makes sense.
Could be worth a try.
So you're thinking send her a message like, "Hi, this is the Rezcow who was with Van the other day.
No.
Here's what's actually up."
I think keeping Van out of it in this instance is a good idea. Saying
But, I mean, it's just like for context of who this is talking to her. She would know him as the Reznor who showed up.
well,
while
if she
was talking to
recognizes
him.
the voice, she may not. And what she also knows is that Van has repeatedly refuted their connections.
Also worth noting, she's aware that Van is, like, up here while floor 5th got infected.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think what happened with Victor is that probably Victor had put out word that he would pay for like being sicked on you.
Yeah, it was paying for info, like, for
Yeah.
leads. Like, that's,
So he
that's
probably
a real thing.
paid her to send you to him. Is a possibility anyway.
Yeah, I think that's a likely possibility, and honestly, I think it's a better option for if we want to get in touch with Coriander and get that information, than trying to drive her insane or make her guilty, because that's going to take a long time. Because we only get one message a day, and that's going to take some time. So I vote we actually use it to explain the situation without really mentioning Van at all, and actually just using the situation to explain that, from Rezcow's perspective, that he's trying to stop the spread of the infection.
Yeah.
And so say that you're someone trying to stop the infection, and you would like to be put in contact with the head of the League of Janitors?
Yeah, because, like, vital information, blah blah blah.
I think that could work.
I was about to say, hey man, yeah, it's nice, honesty, best policy, but then I remembered that Van's trying to kill the head of the League of Janitors. But still, yeah, this is cool. I like this plan better than any we've come up with so far.
I say we go with this one.
At the very least, if it fails, it's less obviously catastrophic in consequence for attempting than some of the other things we've considered.
This is true.
This is one we can safely try, and if it works, good. If not, we haven't lost that much.
We've
probably.
lost one day of
So-
messages, rather than...
So remember, I can't, like, get an answer. So in the message, I need to indicate a way to know if she acknowledges
Yeah.
this.
Well,
I
what we
think
could do is...
Since you have a limited character count or word count, I'd say in this first message, just try and lay out what the situation is as concisely as possible and say, I can only message once a day. I'll talk tomorrow with details for meeting.
But
One gives her a chance to think it over, and
if I have though a way just to slide in, if you're interested or something, just like to go at a place wearing a thing, and that'll be like an acknowledgement of yes to send a second message or something.
I mean, I think explaining convincingly what the problem is and to work with us will probably take up most of the word counts for tomorrow. And just saying more, another message tomorrow only uses 3 of your words.
Maybe we should work out the message and see if we have place.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And also, I just feel like people are more inclined to trust if you just give them time to think it over. I'll talk more tomorrow. It'll pique somebody's curiosity and make them feel like, okay, I want to hear more of this, and yeah. Whereas if you force them to make a decision right away, that it encourages more distrust.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just like psychologically.
But we still got like a timer.
And we did just walk all the way up to floor 10.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, see what you can come up with in your message.
Not sending this directly, just kind of workshopping this.
Why do you need to kill the League head again?
I need to kill the League head because I owe someone a favour, but we don't have to do it. Like, there's no time limit on it.
You just have to do it eventually.
Yeah, so we can use Goma and then kill her on the way out or something.
Should I be worried about the person you owe a favor?
No.
I don't like that tone of voice.
I was thinking, like, oh man, now that we've all seen Van's file, I'm starting to trust him a bit more. I'll just straight up ask him about this, and probably. But the way you said no there made me distrust you all over again.
I've still got it.
Still got it.
That was the most, like, just like defensive, or not even defensive, but just like, oh no, absolutely not.
I mean, if you want to approach me about my file, you can do that if you want to.
I mean, you know by now, I think that we've all seen it, so... I mean, the fact that I've read your file just means that I trust you more now, so... Because I know what you were so I think I know what you were so evasive about before, so I know it's not something that directly threatens me. But then if you start getting evasive again, I start wondering if that's something that is threatening to me, and so I start distrusting you again.
Damn your paranoia.
It's paranoia, but also I think it just makes sense that if somebody's being evasive towards you, you would rightfully worry about whether that they have a reason to be evasive towards you.
Hey, it's hard to drop personality tics.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I'm not sending this immediately. I am, like, in character telling this to you, like, directly to see if this is good. This is exactly 50 words, if my count is correct.
Honestly, that looks alright to me.
Yeah, except it's coriander.
Look, you got an accent.
Hello, colander.
And,
Well, I thought it was a food pun.
Well, coriander is a food.
Yeah, it's a herb, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and then, you know what, after you send that message, we can hang out in that bar, so if she's trying to find us, she can find us there, probably.
That's actually a good point, and worth doing.
Yeah, that's not a
'Cause
bad
that
idea.
bartender would probably inform her that's where we are if she's wondering. We didn't, like, completely ruin our reputation at that bar,
No,
did we?
no, not
like,
at
he's
all.
not gonna...
We weren't
Okay,
even in the bar
cool.
for most of it. We just stepped outside.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Then,
Alright, so I'm sending this then, as it's written.
Alright, well, obviously you don't get a response.
Obviously.
It would be very,
but we go and
very
hang out in that
worrying if we
bar
did
in
get a
case she tries
response.
to find us there.
Yeah, yeah.
and I ask the bartender if he has any boxes that he needs moved.
Bartender says, "Sorry, I'm all out of boxes. You moved them all."
All right.
You just worked too well. You just got rid of all the business.
Just gonna check every time I visit, because that was a nice job and it was good working for you.
He says, "That's a weird thing to say, but I appreciate it."
You've never been told you're a good boss before?
Nope.
I guess. Okay, fair enough.
That's just
Man.
sad.
Aw.
Get him a best boss mug.
So, are you just hanging out at the bar?
I guess so.
There's a spittoon competition going on.
Oh god.
Prize is
Oh, we
10 coins.
We can place bets.
I'm there.
I'm
there.
not joining in with that. I'm
gonna-
instead going
I'm
to
gonna
read
print
my
this
What's
book.
the prize?
10 coins.
You know what? I've never done spitooning before, but I have a feeling I can win this. Let me give this a shot.
Sounds disgusting.
Positively ghastly. I'm going to
Been
read my book.
spitooning since I was 12.
Hey, I got a standing ovation the last time I did it.
Alright, I'm not busy moving boxes. I'm going to participate this time.
And
What's
just
the
as you
roll?
all sign up, someone walks into the bar. The big guy with a shirt that's with the shirt, and on the shirt is printed "Spittoon King," and he
Sure,
looks
it's gotta
at
be mine.
and he looks at you and he laughs. He says, "You're signing up, boy."
Oh, you know it.
Oh, finally, we've gotten to the tournament arc.
The true final boss.
And he says, "You're signing up too, Toad." He's a big old Reznor, even bigger than Rezcow.
Yeah, absolutely. This looks like fun.
How long you guys been spitooning?
Absolutely never in my life, but I'm eager to try my hand
I
at
really
it.
hope he
I'm
wins.
eager to crush you. He crushes a can.
Alright. I say with a look on my face that makes it obvious that I think I'm going to win this.
This isn't a kid's game. This is spitooning.
Well, I'm not a kid.
I let out a very audible sigh.
Have you know, Mr. Man, people around here are quite aware of my abilities. I'm looking forward to locking horns with a veteran.
He spits in directly into the spittoon and gets a bullseye. Says, "May the best spitooner win."
I sigh again and continue
Drama.
reading my book.
I extend my hand as if to shake his hand.
He refuses to shake.
Oh.
I leave my hand in an awkwardly long amount of time.
He turns and walks away towards the
glare at
spittoon
him.
lines.
Much
Still
as I
not
don't like
dropping
him,
that
much
hand.
as I don't like this whole competition, that sort of affront is just not on.
Bad form.
It will not do.
Yes.
It is incredibly
Alright,
bad
what do I
form.
need to roll to show this
Not
guy up?
sportsmanlike.
Alright, you need to roll agility ranged weapons.
Oh, I should have been
All
in
right.
this
Fitting if you
competition.
have it.
Yeah, Jakey Boy would be a natural
You
at
could
this.
join in if you want, Jakey boy.
Sure.
Can I use
Wait.
fireball? Technically, it's from my mouth.
Yeah, sure.
Neutral
Are
sticking
guns
fire.
and ranged weapons two separate skills,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Alright, because I have D2 in guns, but nothing in ranged weapons.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to roll my agility.
Gonna go ahead and use a plot point.
Really?
Sure. I'll add a D2.
Is it free to enter?
I'm just going to...
Yeah, it's free to enter.
Sod it, I'll do it as well.
I rolled a 2.
Wait, did you? Oh, you didn't crit fail though. You just rolled a 2.
No, yeah.
So unfortunately, you spit, and the spit goes in an arc and lands almost directly in front of you. And the Spittoon King laughs. He says, "Sit
I
down,
walk
boy."
away. I walk away acting like I am not embarrassed by what just happened.
You're it's the beginning of a journey for you, Caesar.
I'm
Yeah.
using 2
Oh
my
my god.
Oh,
to bring it to an 11.
oh my goodness.
I like how you didn't do this to save Van.
Look, I have my priority.
I also got an 11.
All right, so
All right,
on my
Sturge.
extra die roll, I rolled a 1. So I have at
Okay.
least a 1. Let's see what we get. Oh, baby. 15.
Well,
Man.
actually, Rezcal, you hit almost the bullseye. You hit right directly around the circle. And so does Van.
Oh man.
Meanwhile, the Spittoon King lands directly, almost dead center, in the bullseye, and everyone's applauding him until Sturge walks up and gets a perfect
Real life
bullseye
Sturge.
in his spittoon. Yes, Sturge.
Real life.
And everyone begins to cheer for Jakey Boy.
I happily join in the cheering.
Yeah, I stand up on my seat, and applaud really, really loudly.
So, Jakey Boy, you're given 10 coins, and everyone begins to pick you up and carry you around the bar, cheering, Jakey Boy! Jakey Boy!
I look at the Spittoon King and I puff my jacket cuffs up and I say, "Sweet dreams, kid."
Oh god! I get ready to intervene in the brewing fight.
He turns away and he turns away, and a second later he turns back and his eyes are welled up with tears. And he says, "In all my years, I've never seen spitooning like that."
Beautiful.
And he takes off his shirt that says Spittoon King, and he hands it to you. He says,
Oh
"You've
my
earned
gosh!
this."
You know why? I'm a little bit jealous.
Level up.
Jakey Boy, the Spittoon King.
With this shirt that's way too big because it's fur.
Oh yes. Jakey Boy will just wear this. Are you gonna wear this shirt that's way too big for you?
Nah. Oh,
Oh, you've got a.
it's way
you're
too
the
big for me
Spittoon
though.
King now.
I mean, look, maybe Hannah can like change
Oh, yeah.
it so it fits you.
Hannah has crafting
Yeah.
skills.
It's
She
too
can
sacred.
All you just need to do is like modify it a bit to keep the word Spittoon King front and center, but just
Oh,
alter it to fit.
I
the
just
boot.
got 10 coins
You're
too.
you're the only one I would trust to do modification to a holy relic such as this.
I don't even trust myself.
But trust in the me that trusts in you, then.
Use plot points for it.
Is it sad that this is the first time I've had money in like years?
I just love the idea.
Hey, Jakey Boy, can I borrow 10 coins?
I just love the idea that so far we've used 3 plot points to get a shirt that says Spittoon King.
Yeah.
Well, Harkow is dying.
It's the end of the campaign, everybody. That's it.
That's it. Everybody
Yeah.
level up in
Boss.
real life.